Hello everybody, my name is disuko. Welcome back to another video on the disuko Flips YouTube channel. I need a haircut, I forgot my light and my microphone at home. And in this video we're talking about my Balisong preferences and how they have changed over time. When I first started flipping in the Balisong community, I noticed that a lot of the Balisongs that I enjoyed flipping had long, tapered handles. But now, my preference has shifted almost in the complete opposite direction towards much shorter Balisongs. I have pretty small hands, so small Balisongs like the Orion or the Mako are some of my favorite to flip. Another thing I've been really into recently are just sandwich Balisongs in general. Grip is significantly improved over channel Balisongs because you basically have what is essentially speed channels on the side of the handles. Another thing I've enjoyed recently a lot in Balisongs is a little bit of a wonky balance, leaning a bit more towards blade bias than the traditional handle bias. Balisongs like the Prisma and the Vault Pro, which have removable weights in the bottom of the handles, allow the Balisong to flip light and fast without carrying too much momentum towards the end of the handles. Something that I see a lot in Balisongs is a lot of weight concentrated towards the end of the handles, which is very nice for stuff like rollovers, but when you want to do a little bit more fast flipping, it can be a bit difficult to stop the Balisong to do stuff like ricochets during twirls. As I've learned more tricks and gotten more comfortable doing things that aren't rollovers, I think that the little bit of less extra weight towards the end of the handles really allows me to flow more than I would when I first started out. Especially now that I've garnered more control over stuff like chaplains and rollovers, I think I can safely say that I like a little bit of blade bias. What's so interesting to me is that this is completely the opposite of what my preferences were when I first started flipping. As I've tried more Balisongs, learned more tricks, and developed my style, my preference in form factor and balance have kind of shaped the way I flip, and the way I flip has kind of shaped the way my preferences are, which I think is super interesting. All of this is to say, I think that my preference over the years has shifted from being long, thin-handled Balisongs with handle bias more towards short form-factored sandwich knives with a little bit of a more neutral balance and even some blade bias. While I am pretty happy with my Balisong collection, something that I've really wanted to do for a while is develop a Balisong of my own that fits my preferences, that fits my aesthetic, that is really just an expression of myself as a Balisong flipper, and that is where this thing comes in. This is one of the first prototypes of a Balisong, This is one of the first prototypes of a Balisong called the Milky that me and OX9 Flip started designing around when we first started Balisong flipping. And this prototype is not the best. It is 3D printed, has terrible tolerances, has 0 tip weight, so the blade feels very wobbly, and overall is just very rough. I really didn't have that much expertise or knowledge in even the anatomy of Balisongs, knowing what balances feel good, where to position weight, and even what measurements to use for the handles. But over time, as I flipped more and used more Balisongs, I think it's safe to say I can give the Milky another shot, which is where this thing comes in. The Milky T BOBA-SONG. A cute Balisong designed by OX9 Flips and I that aims to fit our preferences how we like them. After being in the community for almost, 3 years now, I've definitely learned a lot more about Balisongs, and which is why I think that this new design is a heck of a lot better than what I was doing here. The BOBA-SONG is sandwich, short, has barrel spacers, takes inspiration from some of my favorite knives like the LDY Orion, the Mako V1, and more on a looks note, the Kanto Origin. It's bubbly, it's cute, it's lightweight, it aims to fit my preferences perfectly, and I hope that you like it as well. And the best part is this Balisong isn't necessarily completely theoretical because I have pitched it to the Create With Nabalis contest. For those of you who don't know, Nabalis is a company that really got their footing in the industry, collabing on projects like the Vault with Will Hirsch, or the Wave with Artsy Flips. Unlike a lot of other makers on the Amazon Balisong market, their designs are unique and inspired, and not necessarily based off of clones. Nabalis really seems to care about the community, and I love their fun designs that they post over on their Instagram, and I definitely think that this community event shows how much they care about the community. There's been so many great designs featured on Instagram, although, might be biased, but I have one that I think is the best. The Milky T BOBA-SONG. Terrible name. Really stupid name that me and my friend came up with, and I really hope that if you're interested in seeing the Milky project evolve, you will consider voting for it as one of your top 3 picks to get manufactured. Voting for the contest started on the 7th and will continue until March 17th, so I really hope that you cast your vote in the Create With Nabalis contest, and who knows, maybe the Milky, or at least a variant of it, will finally see its way to real production. I think that's about all I have to say for this video. It's a bit of a weird one, kind of just an update on my thoughts on Balisongs as a whole, as well as showcasing a pretty cool community event. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, vote for the BOBA-SONG in the Create With Nabalis contest, and that's it. That's the end of the video. That's the video, that's it.